as you come in, I'd love for you to say, hi, my name is. Tell us about who you are, what do you do, who do you help, and put your Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, whichever is your favorite channel of communication in your social media. Put that in there for us as everybody's coming in. My invitation to each of you is to connect with one another. So use the links that you're putting in here to stay connected, to open your network, and to use this opportunity as more than just an opportunity to come in and learn about what we're here for, right? How to create reels in less than 5 minutes a day, but also as an opportunity for giving and receiving from each other. So Karen, who I know very well, we're in a mastermind together. She says, I'm a leadership coach and I help newly promoted women. Sonia guides multi-potential and sensitive women. I think that's what you mean, sensitive rather than sensible. And to structure their ideas and handle their emotions to dare to be inspired, to do and carry out inspired actions in their life and business. I love that. Sonia and I have worked together many times off and on over the last years on her journey. So I love that. Emilia, she says, "Hi everyone, I'm a clown. I love Emilia's reels. She does some really fun ones. I'm always like, oh my God, she did another one. And I also run online workshops for women who want to get the power of their voice back. And that is so important. I love that. All right, so we're 5 minutes in. Keep putting in there, what do you do? Who do you help? What do you help them with? Put in there your links for your social media channels so we can all continue to connect together. And let's get started. So a little bit of housekeeping. So, as always happens on so many of these things, right? I have had some technical issues. So, if you know anyone who wanted to sign up for this and did not realize that in the very first email that you receive, they have to click on the link or button or whatever it is for the download that's in there. In order to receive the following emails, please let them know so that they know why they did not receive the link to come onto here. Also, my invitation to you has been to download an application called Voxer. You received that link in an email. If you didn't receive it, you can look in your phone, on your apps, in Apple or whatever kind of phone you have. Voxer is a free app that you can use. And my invitation to you is to connect to me through there. Create your account if you don't have one, and then connect with me. It's at Coaching with Emilia, and you'll find me that way. I will send you this information also after with the replay, and connect to me on there because I'm going to be creating a group for us to continue connecting with through these 5 days together and potentially afterwards. Because at the heart of what allows your business to be sustainable is your network. And so I don't want this to just be a training where you learn about reels. I want this to be a training that is really bringing into your business all of the different elements that are going to allow it to be sustainable, not just financially, but also energetically for you so that your business is serving your life and not your life serving your business. And that starts with the networking part. So send that over to me. Also, in this, there are different things that you can win, be rewarded with, because this is a party too, right? We're here to have fun. And part of that is one, inviting one of your best friends to come and join us here. And so my invitation to you is that when you do that, I will offer to you and her a free Instagram audit or a free audit of whatever platform you want me to audit. I will go on there and make a video of you for you. It's personalized for you to give you feedback because I think that is so important. We never get feedback. We're sending so many things out into the internet and social media. And it's like throwing a bottle into the ocean. You throw it out there. And how often do you actually get feedback from that? So little. So I want to offer you that. And all I'm asking is for you to bring someone in here with you so we can meet her and we can continue to allow her to also be in our network and learn more about this with us. And then the other thing is I'm offering you free one-on-one coaching. Free, ladies. for all these little things. So each and every one of you who's here on the live, you will receive already 10 minutes of free one-on-one coaching for being here. You're receiving emails on a daily basis with different prompts. Every time you email me back with your answer to that prompt, you also receive 10 minutes of free coaching from me. When you watch a replay and you answer back to me telling me what was your biggest takeaway, you get free 10 minutes of one-on-one coaching with me. So rack that time up. Like I really am here to serve you and to serve your business and to watch you grow in that sustainable way. Do you have any questions on any of that? Okay. I want you to know too that on this replay, if you come on here and you say anything, the replay that I will be sending out will only have my image. So it will have your voice and it will have your question if you have a question or anything that you want to come in with, but it will only have my image because I just think that it's important that you don't necessarily have a bazillion people watching your image if you don't want them doing that. So now let's get down to the nitty gritty. What do you want to get out of this training? What do you want to get out of this training? 5 days from now, how will you know that this training will have been successful for you? Put that in the comments for me. By the way, if you're watching on replay, my invitation is for you to send me these answers by email. And for each answer, again, you'll be receiving 10 minutes of free coaching. So I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. So Karen says, I want to be able to do a reel quickly. Okay. I love that. Sonia says, if I can create more easily and quickly some reels. Okay. What if both of those we quantified them? So for example, Karen, what would be quickly to you? Sonia, if you wanted to do more easily and quickly some reels, like how many reels? All of your reels, some of your reels, certain types? Tell us about that. Mariah, if I'm saying your name correctly, you'll let me know. Yeah, okay. I want to be able to edit reels in a shorter time frame and more than 2 at a time. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Wanting to batch your content. Karen, less than 10 minutes. Okay, yes, now we're talking. Isabel. Oh, so Isabel wrote in French because we got some French ladies on here and I'm bilingual, luckily. So I'll translate what Isabel put. She said she'd be really happy to be able to create reels without spending hours and hours editing them. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Right. Marina says, I will know that I was successful when I managed to post reels more regularly, 4 times a week, that really speak to my audience without overcomplicating the creation process. Yes. Sonia wants to create all of her reels in less than 10 minutes. Woohoo, 100%. Isabel told us about what she does. And Mariah says it currently takes me 20 to 40 minutes to create 2 reels today. Okay, that's actually can be really fast, Mariah. So already kudos to you for that. And I'm so happy to have you here with your baby. You're just adorable with him or her. I can't tell, but I love that you brought them. And now I want to ask you, why is that important to you? Because it's one thing to say, to have clarity on what you want. That's the first part. The second part that will actually get you to doing that and to doing that sustainably is knowing why you want to do it. And we're going to be hitting on this a lot through these 5 days. Why? Why less than 5 minutes? Why less than 10 minutes? Why do it quickly and easily? Sarah says she wants reels that people resonate with and be able to do them in a quick way to gain more followers. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Mariah says for time freedom, it doesn't feel as exciting the longer it takes to create each reel. Yeah. We've got more important things to do, right, than be creating reels. Isabel says it's important for her because she has a message to send out to the world. Yes. Miria says to keep my energy levels up. Yes. Sonia says to save time for my private life. Yes. Right? We want the fulfillment. We're not just here. I know the women, if you were in my world, if you were here, my guess is you have a business because you want the time freedom, because you want the fulfillment, because you want your business to be serving your life and not your life serving your business. Am I right? Let me know if it's not true for you. So, what do I do? Who am I for any of you who do not know me or do not know me very well if this is the first time we're meeting each other? So I help women create sustainable businesses using mom-friendly strategies so that you can build your business and never again have to sacrifice time with your kids and sacrifice any of the things that are important to you for your business. And why do I do that? Because that is exactly the situation that I found myself in. When I first started my business, I started it as just before COVID hit. I was working 24/7 on my business. I invested for the first time in my life in a coaching. So I invested in my coaching certification. And then as I was coming out of it, I then invested in a program that was supposed to teach me all the things for starting an online coaching business. And as I came into there, they had this promise that after 3 months, I would be making 10K. Needless to say, that did not happen. But it did happen after 10 months. But when I reached that moment in 10 months, I was working with a different coach, a very reputable French sales coach who was helping me because I had been doing sales call after sales call with not having anyone sign up with me, over 100 sales calls, if you can imagine, and not one person signing up to work with me. On the contrary, I had person after person hanging up after 2 hours on a sales call when we started talking about pricing. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Why is this not working? So I started working with that sales coach and I started having more success. And I finally got to, after 10 months of starting my business, my first 11K month after actually 2 weeks in that month, the month of October. And he said to me, Emilia, do you realize you're actually on your way to having your first 20K month? And you would think when he said that I would be overjoyed in excitement because I actually hadn't realized it. Instead, what I felt was sheer terror. And I felt that like this shiver coming down my spine of total fear because I was like, there is no way I can continue doing this. There is no way this is sustainable. I was working on my business. In the room behind me, there was my husband with my kids playing games. I would walk out of my office. My kids didn't even care if I was there anymore. They didn't want to play with me. At that time, my three boys, they were 3, 5, and 8. And I was like, if at this age, they already don't care whether I'm available to play with them anymore. Because for 10 months, I've been putting my life and my soul and all of my time into my business. What am I here for? And on top of that, I was back in burnout. I'd already experienced burnout before. I was I was sure making finally the reaching the goal I wanted, but at the same time, every single cent that came in went right back out. I was not keeping a single cent for myself because I was paying Facebook ads. I was paying for coaching. I was paying for people to manage my ads and so many things. And the business model that I was using was only going to be more of a money put, asking me and requiring of me to continue to pay money for new suppliers and for more things. And I thought if this is what business is, that's not what I came into this for. I was ready, just like I'm sure you were and are, to work hard and to put what I needed to into my business to get it going. But I wasn't willing to sacrifice time with my kids. I wasn't willing to work for nothing. I wasn't willing to sacrifice it all for nothing. And so I telling you this story because it changed everything for me. After everything I had invested, after all of the time and energy and the thousands and thousands of dollars that I put into that, I burnt it all back to the ground and I started over again. And that's when I began my path towards figuring out how do you create a sustainable business? How do you do that without sacrificing time with your kids? How do you create that in a fulfillment first way? How do you put your fulfillment? How do you put your time with your kids, your time with your husband, your time with yourself before your business and still get it to grow? And so that's what brings me today to this training for you. Because figuring out things as quote unquote simple as creating reels in minutes is at the heart of the question of how do you do this? So that's why in my method, and this is what we're going to be really, what I'm going to be bringing to you in these 5 days. In my method, we do three things. I call it the ABC method. So A, we align your strategy with your mom-friendly life, with the life that you really want to have, so that your business is serving your life and not your life serving your business. The B is become. We work on what your blocks are. What is keeping you from becoming the CEO woman that your business requires for you to become without sacrificing time with your kids, right? And then the C is carrying out those aligned actions from that place of becoming that are going to allow you to create the sustainability in your business for it to grow in a fluid and easy and natural way without forcing and pushing and hustling and all of those things. And so in the way when we work together and just like through these 5 days here, I am offering you different ways for it to be possible for you to make reels in 5 minutes. But I'm not offering you some sort of magical solution. I'm not telling you that I know the way for you to succeed because I don't. Only you do. I don't offer cookie cutter solutions because there are a million ways to succeed. And if there's one thing that I have learned along the way in all of the trainings that I have come into, and a bazillion cookie cutter solutions, is that every time someone else tells you that they know the way for you to succeed, it will never work for you. So that's what we do together. We look for what is your way? What is simple for you? What is the path for you? What are your solutions? Because I think the biggest mistake that we make is believing that someone else knows what is right for us. So let's get started. The path to understanding and figuring out what is your way starts always and first with awareness. You becoming aware of what is keeping you from doing the thing that you want to do. So I'm going to ask you this question. Why do you think you don't already create your content in less than 5 minutes? Let me know in the comments. And when you're on a replay, send me this answer by email. So Karen says, because I tell myself there is one right way. Yeah, interesting, right? Sonia says technical issues sometimes. Yeah, right? Me too. The other day, I found myself, I spent an hour and I was like, what am I doing? Right? It's interesting to look at when we get stuck in the technical issues. Yeah, there's a technical issue, but there's a reason why we're allowing that technical issue to to allow us to put so much time into it. Why are we investing it? Sonia says fear is probably also that block your creativity. Yeah. Sarah says, I feel like I'm getting better, but because I don't have much free time, I feel like I'm wasting time looking for ideas. Yeah. Emilia says, because I didn't know it was possible. Ooh. Marina says, that's an easy one for me because I lack clarity on who I want to serve and because I'm afraid of success. And I also get lost in the editing because I want to look nice. Yeah, right? All these things that hold us back. Thank you for sharing that with us, Marina. Because I'm putting too much energy into matching my video to overlay text. Yeah. Allowing the technical part to hold us back again, right? Who here believes that you have to create content to be successful? I know I've believed it. Yeah, I've believed it, and I can catch myself believing it a lot. Sonia says to be visible. Yes. Tita says, I am tweaking and will redo and redo until I like my reel, right? I believe it is important to be visible. Yeah. Who here believes that in order to be successful, you have to add value? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? Who here believes that in order to be successful, you have to be perfect? As a recovering perfectionist, I know I do. Oh, Sarah does it. Oh, I love that, Sarah. Isabel says no. Moriah says no. I do. Marina says I do. Not perfect, just be me. And it's interesting because there's different beliefs that are going to hold each of us back, right? Am I enough? What happens if I post something like I don't know if you've seen there was this reel that went viral of a woman who somehow kind of like accidentally made a reel. And so she was doing like nothing. And it went viral because it was just so funny, right? But like, would you post that on your social media? No way, right? But she was adding value because that's why it went viral because it was so funny, right? So there's a lot of ways to add value. Like, what does that mean? And do we really have to do that? And is it actually possible for us to not add value? Interesting, right? Because the reason why you're not creating reels in 5 minutes actually has nothing to do with even the technical part, or that it's difficult, or that it's hard, or that there's some sort of thing. It's just that there are beliefs that are holding you back. Beliefs that are telling you that there's some sort of thing you have to be doing in order for it to work, in order for you to get clients, in order for you to be successful, in order for you to make money in your business, in order for you to get views, to get likes, to get the things. And I think that's at the heart of the problem, is that we believe we have to have something in order to get something. So it's like a double thing. And that, let me ask you this, who feels like you're failing at it? Because I constantly feel like I'm failing at social media. Social media doesn't work for me, ladies. And yet there's over 100 of you in this. How did that happen? We're going to talk about that. And I've spent thousands on social media trainings. I have worked with I don't know how many people to understand why does not Instagram quote unquote not work? Why am I not getting more followers? Why am I not getting more views, more comments, and all the things? What I've realized is that I have been like we all do, like I work with my clients on. I have been investing my time, energy, and money into something that is actually not aligned for me. Social media doesn't work for me, not because I don't know how to do it. It doesn't work for me because it's actually not my naturally aligned marketing channel. And there are lots of ways to bring clients into your world. And maybe social media isn't yours. Maybe it is. We're going to continue to talk more about this tomorrow. But I want you to be open to the idea that there's lots of ways for you to succeed, that it doesn't have to be on social media, that it can be through lots of other channels. And what we discovered together is what is that channel or what are those channels for you? And it's when you find that channel, when you find that strategy, when you find your solutions, that suddenly things become so simple and so easy. Like I have never this thing here that I launched, I have never had and I've had lots of technical problems. So aside from the technical BS that I've been going through this, I have in calling women into my world, I've never had an easier launch. I've never had so many people in a container. And so that's how I know I have found my naturally aligned marketing channel. And I'm going to tell you what it is tomorrow. So here's your party game homework, if you want to call it homework. I think it's more fun to call it a party game. And it's a challenge for you. What a cliffhanger. Oh, I know. Right? So what I'm inviting you into today is to create a reel and to post it and to set a timer when you do that. So my invitation is for 5 minutes. You can do more. You decide what the time is. Maybe it's 10 minutes if you want to do a reel under 10 minutes. Whatever the time is, maybe it's 20 minutes. Maybe it's an hour because you've been spending 2 hours on creating your reels. You get to decide, right? My challenge is 5 minutes. Take it to where you want it to be. Post that reel and do it. Create that reel and post it without a caption, with a caption, with text on the screen, with no text on the screen. It doesn't matter. My invitation to you here is to post it wherever you get to in whatever time frame you've decided. Perfectly imperfect, not finished if it's not finished, because I want you to let go. Oh, there's Caroline who's joining, but we're at the end. Because yeah, messy. Do it messy. Do it wrong. Do it bad. Do it ugly. Do it unfinished. But just do it. Give yourself the permission to do it and see what happens. Because what I want you to do is to let go of one, wanting to get clients from it, wanting to get followers, wanting to get views, wanting to get from it, right? I think that's a big part of what holds us back is that getting energy, whether we realize it or not, right? Because we're doing this for a business, because we got to make money, right? If I'm not making money, I don't have a business, right? And that right away, that will cut off your alignment. And the second part is giving yourself permission. And I want you to really, my invitation is for you to notice what are the beliefs that come up for you when you do this? What are the stories that you tell yourself? What are all the things, right? I can't do this. It's not going to be okay. Nobody's going to like it. People are going to judge me. Whatever it is. Write all those down and send them to me by email. Or in the Voxer group that I'm going to be creating, share them in there. And my invitation in doing this, and my hope really, is that you get one step closer to freeing yourself from the golden cage that is social media. Because social media and your beliefs around what you have to do to get clients, to be successful, to make money, is actually what is holding you back in your business. And it's keeping you from sustainability. Yeah. I love what you said, Dominic. She says, ouch, I never realized that could be a big, big block. Yeah. Yeah. The getting energy. Marina asked, does the 5 minute include the moment when you're filming something or you get to decide, Marina. I let you decide. It can be when you're filming. It can be not. Make up your own rules. There is no wrong way to do it. There's no right way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. It's an experience. It's a game. Let it be fun. Let it be silly. Let it be scary. Let it be all the things. That's it for today, ladies. What, 33:35? Oh my gosh, we actually made it within a half hour. I was like, are we gonna make it or not? All right, ladies. So I will see you here tomorrow, same time. And if you have any questions, if you have anything, please reach out to me. Thank you, Emilia. Thank you for each of you being here. I'm going to put this on your counter. I'm going to count all the times that you commented. That adds time onto your one-to-one coaching with me. And I am just so honored to have you here with me. I'm honored to have you on this path with me. I am like, it lights me up to be here and to watch you experience this and to come into your power just one step further every single day. So thank you for daring with me. Thank you for having fun with me. Thank you for sharing with me and for connecting with each other. I'll see you tomorrow.